Hello and welcome to Thinkers Lab. Well, this is a bit of an experiment because I haven't streamed on this channel before, and in this stream, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that. All right, inside there's an LED. It's a light emitting diode, one of them square ones, and to give you an idea what it looks like, it looks a bit like that one. All right, now I've got a replacement, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this apart and solder that into there. Now, it's got quite a substantial case, so I thought, makes sense to actually give it a bit more life because it wasn't actually working. No. Unfortunately, it stopped. You know how these things go, they're designed to drive us absolutely bonkers that they are. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all the screws out, try and gain some access. I don't think I need access to back here. I've got a wire here. I've got my meter here. Put that over there for a second. And I've got my cable here, my test cable. So if I want to, I can show you what it's like. It kind of flickers. Yeah, it was on the wall. It stopped working. So let's just wire it into there. Let's make sure it's not on first. No, let's get... Where are they? Make sure that ain't on. Right, that's off. That's good. So we're going to just wire that into my test lead into there. So let's grab a screwdriver. Yep, keep knocking things on the floor, but so what? So that's alive. And that's neutral over there. Let's put you on the overhead camera. Come back. What happened there? Right, okay, let's bring the volume down a little bit there. Let's put you on the overhead camera. There we go. One overhead camera. So I'm just going to wire that into there. Just for testing purposes. I'm not going to worry about the earth. I just want to show you what's happening. Don't know if it's actually going to be long enough to do that. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Right, now like I say, this is a test for a live stream. It's red. Oh damn! Didn't clamp it. Get a different screwdriver. That screwdriver's useless. There we go. Right. Get in there, you. Get in there. That's it. That's it. That's in there. I don't know if it's going to be long enough to reach. Will it reach? No, it ain't going to reach. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's just grab a knife. Make that a little bit longer. It's too short anyway, isn't it? It's ridiculously short. These lights came pre-wired. That's too hot. Okay, that's better. Let's just wire that back into there. Hopefully it won't pull out now, will it? Okay. And there you go. That's it. And let's put one there. And all I'm doing is just going to temporarily wire that in. So I just show you what's happening to the fin. All my electrical screwdrivers gone. Right. Don't think that's even gone in there properly, is it? That might be enough just to show you then. I was just touching. Right. You see what's happening there? Look, it's just flickering. So it's a dud. So these replace it. Right, so let's pull that out of there. That's off, that's good. Put that out there. So what we're going to do is we'll remove the glass first and use that. That will do it. Got a magnetic dish over here. There will be some soldering, I'm certain of that. I quite like soldering now. Right, let's remove that off there. Let's take make sure screws don't get lost. We'll put them into the little dish. And now we've got a little face frame. We've got the glass, which is tempered. I know that because I broke one. That should, it has, it's just pulled off the gasket, like so. Obviously I'll clean that to put that glass right out of the way, so don't break it. I'll clean that before I put that back on. Now, oh, I see, there's 4 more little screws there. This gasket, I'm not sure if it's a moulding gasket. Is it shaped? No, that isn't. So, we've got 4 more little screws, got to come off there. My dog's come in to say hello. Probably because he wants a treat. I don't have treats in here, Sebastian. So you might have a long wait. That one's off. That one there, that one's off. Put into the dish so don't lose them. I haven't got the treats in there, boy. They're in the other room. My dog's behind me. What's going on there? Get in there. The gasket's kind of in the way. What's gone behind the gasket, see? I don't know if there's anybody watching. Might be a good idea to bring up the channel. Don't want that, don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. Switch the account. I'm going to do. Oh God, Sebastian, you're breathing heavy. Right, let's go on to. I'm just I popped into my channels. What I've done. I don't know if there's anybody watching. There's quite possibly no one watching. Oh, there's one person watching at the moment. Go into there. Right, okay, so let's carry on with that. What's up, Sebastian? Oh, please beat the elder like bump. It helps the channel, you know. Let's select the stream. That's that one. Gone to there. Ah, now I can see. Now I can see. We've got a viewer. Hello, viewer. Right, so say hello if you want. So I haven't been live on this channel before, so it's a bit new. Well, the channel's not new, but the going live on it is. Alright, so I need to get behind it and pop that off something. Probably flat blade screwdriver, maybe. Might go behind it. Don't break anything, do I? That bends easy, so be a little bit careful. Just does this gasket pop out? It's kind of gone over the top of the reflector. I wonder if I can get that. Because that gasket looks like it's something where there's some silicone's been squeezed around it. That's what it looks like to me. It doesn't look like an actual proper gasket as such. I suppose I didn't expect someone was going to have to. Yeah, that is. That's a silicone. It's very, very, very bendy. Yeah, silicone. What they've done is they've put a bit of silicone around, and they'll probably put a bit of release agent on the actual glass. And that. So there is the LED inside. We've got two cables coming in. They are going to be 230 odd volts because they should be mains voltage. So I'm going to put my soldering iron on. So that back there. Let's go back onto the other camera. Hello. Right, so you can see that. There you go. All that just for that little thing, all right? There's nothing going on in there. Right, it's literally just the two wires. So that connects into obviously the connector block, and then those two wires come off there. There's nothing inside there. Have a look, just to confirm that. All right, so before we start pulling it apart, you're desoldering. Soldering iron. Increase that voltage a bit. That temperature. Oh, I don't know if I will that. Oh, there, that's okay. Well, that's a silicone gasket again. If that's stuck on, I'm not going to take it off. I'm going to leave it on. I don't want to lose its Oh no, that's not. That's right. It's not sticking. So you've got all this case, all this stuff going on here for what appears to be very little. Maybe it's the same case that they might use for a different type of lamp, like a sodium or something, which had starters and stuff in. I'm guessing. This seems a hell of a lot to just that. Because their mains voltage, you see, there's no. I don't think there's going to be any transformer in that. Oh look, let's see. Oh, there's a transformer. Okay. Now, that is something to bear in mind. That's not 200. Because I took it off, actually, because I could have cooked it. Or it wouldn't work because the voltage coming out of the transformer in there, can you see that? Is not going to be particularly high. It's only going to be about 12 volt, I reckon. It's a nice little transformer, isn't it? LED driver, it says. What's the output? The output's 38 volts. Oh, so that's no good. All I really want then is this to be wired into the other one. I could get a fly lead and test it, which would be a little bit dangerous. So we'll get a wire and connect onto this. Let's double check that, make sure this doesn't need. No, let's just double check the voltages. So I have to be a little bit careful on here with the live wires and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to go and redo with a insulator behind it. Oh God, I bet you're supposed to read that. Where's my microscope? Crikey. I think they're having a laugh. Right. It is a 40 watt. $175 to 265 volts. Probably says that on here as well somewhere. Yes, 175 to 265 volts. So it don't need the any other script. It's got some stuff going on there which look like two big resistors. It's obviously reducing the voltage down. That's an all-in-one jobby. So I've got to basically mount that on there. The mountings are the same. So let's remove that one, which isn't working. Might not actually even be. It might be worthwhile actually putting 12 volts across that and see whether or not it's the actual driver, the actual transformer, and not the LED itself. So I've got a power supply over here. Sebastian, I've got nothing in there, mate. Right, so pestering. Pestering he is. What's the voltage on here? 38 volts, 27 to 38 volts. Let's increase our voltage on the power supply. That's it, man. Right, okay, where is... Let's see what's going on here. Ooh, that's not good. I just noticed something. It's actually... These things are terribly made, you know. It's got no insulation behind it. I can show you on the other camera. That was touching the case, just about. So it's definitely LED's gone. See, it's lighting up sort of. You can see that on there. Can you see that? Let's hold a bit of charge at the moment because capacitors. I think, yeah. Oh, let's turn that off. Oh, I need 30 volts going through it. So that's dud. That's definitely dud. So let's just remove that first. What's that one? Where is it gone? Oh, there it is. Right. Out of the way. Okay. Now I need to remove this. First of all. La, 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 la. So I don't need the transformer. I'm going to assume the transformer's working. What I am going to have to do is make sure everything is insulated from this case and actually that is earthed. I'm pretty certain it is earthed, to be fair. Oh, look on my other channel. Right, let's. Oh. Right. Did you think that's good there? Oh, yes. It is live. Oh, that's good. Right, it's only a test anyway, so. Might be a bit off doing it on the. Oh my god, that stuff here. Right, gooey. Like an insulation plate, so I need to remove that. Right. Oh, yes. It is live. Oh, that's good. Right, it's only a test anyway, so. Okay. That's off doing it. We don't need that stuff here. Right, gooey. Like an insulation plate, so I need to remove that. I don't need that screw. Right. Oh, yes. It is live. Oh, that's good. It's only a test anyway. Right. Turn it off. I was getting feedback from the microphone. Didn't realise. Right, let's put that out of the way. That's the old one. Right. So, yeah. That's the old one, which is clearly a dud. I'm going to put that over there. Yeah. Now we've got this new one. We've got these two wires coming out here, which can quite easily handle that. That'll be fine. I can keep with those. But they come straight off the transformer. It's not what we want, is it? The transformer looks like it's glued in with silicone. That's not very good, is it? Where are my cutters? Well, I'll use these ones I do. Alright. That's coming in there like so. Alright, so. And this needs to come off now. Let's see if we can remove it. Better. It's siliconed on. Ooh, a bit of tinkering. Need something else. Get behind that. We're ripping the back panel off the transformer. The transformer's probably fine. I've used up something else. They call it LED driver, but it's literally just a transformer. So there was something in the back there. Doesn't need it, mind. How are you going to get that off there? Blimey. So the new LED is all self-contained. It doesn't have any of the gubbins. Just going to rip the back panel off the transformer if I'm not careful. Oh, no, it didn't. Good. No, we're safe. There it is. Brute force and bloody ignorance. That's what it is. Now, the case is earthed, which is good. Alright. That. Leave that on there. That's. Ugh. Right. So, we've got these two wires here. One there. That one there. That's mains voltage, so we'll keep those. And what I could probably end up doing on there is actually putting a strip connector on that, I reckon. Oh, I've got to find a connector. Where's the connector? In there. One in there? Nope, not one there either. No, I have in a box. Just looking for a chock block, you know, like a strip connector. You can hear me. That one there's no good. Oh, there we go. Found them. Or found some. I don't want that thing. What do I do? That's a bit big. Ooh, they're a bit nasty. I have got a load more of these. These don't look very good. They look a bit damaged. Oh, so that's right. That's working fine. Oh, they're unscrewing. That's good. Okay. She's getting on. I'm gonna. Right, so I've got these two wires here, and the earth is connected to the case. That's good. So, well, if it's connected to the case there, I do actually need two is enough. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use hot melt glue on that. So, we have these two wires here coming off this. Not the best wires, but they're already in there. Let's pull them out, get rid of them. A bit more substantial than that. Needs to be braided as well as soldered. Right, what I'm doing is looking for some wire we can use for that. No, I've got some here somewhere. Solder. So I'm just going to go and get my glue gun. I'm coming. Here we are. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. Right. Got a piece of wire that I'm going to use. Just cut a bit of that off. They're not scissors, they're metal scissors. Not snips, they're like, what do you call them? Cut wire and stuff. So I'm going to just trim this back a little bit. Or I could literally just get rid of all the insulation if I pull through. I might do. Just have a look. La da 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 da. Alright, there we go. I hope this works after all this. Right. So can I pull through? No. Right, so let's strip them back. I'm going to tin them before I put them onto that strip connector. So the screws are less likely to come undone then, you see. There's my solder, here we go. There we go. La 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 la. Get in there, you. There you go. Nice thing, obviously, about LEDs is the wattages are so much lower, aren't they? The amount of output you get. The equivalent of this is going to be like at least a 500 watt little halogen or something, you know. It's a 40 watt LED we're putting in here. So on, and then we've got these two coming in here. But before I do that, I want to make sure I can get these two coming through there, which means I'm going to strip this way back. You know what I need to get myself? I have got one somewhere. I can't find it. I've lost it. It's a stripper. It's like a windy thing that strips the cable. It's really easy to do. It doesn't damage. You're less likely to damage the actual cable inside, so I need to get a new one. I can't find it. I'll get a new one. They're not expensive. I don't think they are. Blimey, this is really gripping. Put it on the other camera so you can see. Where's my mouse gone? Oh, there we are. Oh dear. There's a hard cable to strip this one. Stripping tool would be a lot easier if I could find it. I don't know what I've done with that. The dog keeps coming back in there thinking, oh, have a treat now. No. He's having too many today. But he is. He's constantly asking for treats. I'm just putting a slit down the side of the wire. And hopefully I can then pull one of these and then carry. Oh god, this cable's really hard. It's when I slip and cut myself. It won't be the first time. So this is a bit of a test stream. I want to be doing some in the short feed as well to start with, because it's it'd be the best way to build it up. The thing about the short feed is, you see, people, you don't need relying on notifications. It's put in front of people's faces. They get choice in, you see. Oh, there it is. I am going to order myself a new stripper. Not that kind of stripper. A what stripper? That's it, that's through. A bit more than that. Now this particular light had this transformer in, right, for the LED that was in there, which is no longer working. The one that I'm replacing it with doesn't need it. It is a 240 volt. I have to admit, it wasn't the safest of lights. Make sure it's all earthed. So, okay, so now I've got that going to there. I can then, I'll strip them, then tin them as well. The old soldering iron. Got the soldering iron. It's at 480 degrees at the moment. Yeah, just tin. Make sure they're tinned. That was already tinned. That one is. My dog keeps coming in here, hoping. He's hoping he is. So then we've got this little strip connector, which I'll put on because that way you can easily change the cable. I know where it's going to be going, and there's already, it's quite close to a little junction box, so I don't need a longer wire. At least this gives an opportunity to change it if I have to. I'll put the little strip connector in there, and I'll glue the strip connector down. You see, it's got this earthed, that part of the case is earthed, but there should already be a link wire between the two, really. Two separate things. You should actually have, we call bond. It should be bonded. So things when you got like, house electrics, for instance, you'd bond your sink, you'd bond your pipe work. That's in there. That's there. All right. So now I've got these two wires here, which are going to go through those two holes there. All right. I'll glue that down on there. So this little Bion battery operated glue gun. It's really good actually. It heats up in about 15 seconds. So it's pretty good. I'm going to glue that either onto there or onto the back of there. Choice. I'll go onto there because that's where it was before. So let's put a blob of glue on there. Yeah. Get in there, yeah. That's it. Big blob on there. Let me put that in there. I can screw that back on then, you see. Let's put a bit more in there to make sure of it. It's good, but the problem I find with it is that the feed rate ain't good. It doesn't heat up as... It seems to cool down quite quickly as you start passing it through. So you can't go too quick. The glue sticks I'm using are black ones from Lidl's, Parkside. And they're actually really good. They grip like hell. I'm quite handy in black. It really is. So we've got that on there. Okay, that's glued on there now. There's nothing potentially that can touch anything. Let's feed them through there. And I'm going to put some glue in those holes so they don't rub. You don't want anything rubbing on the metal case, do you? So we've got those gaskets still there. Yep, that's still there. Let's put those screws in there. Ah. Go. The little screwdriver, that's quite good actually. It's only a little cheap one I got from Parkside. It's only like £5 or £6. That's quite handy. Little USB charged one. It's not the most powerful thing in the world, but it's you know, once you done a couple of turns with the wrist, and then the rest of it you can quite quickly do under the battery power. Yes. There you go, that's on there. So got 2 wires there, and out them poking out of there now. Right, so yes, plenty of room there. Now I'm going to glue this down. We've got 2. Tells you what they are. I've got live and neutral on there. AC voltage 175 to 365 volt, and that is why we don't need to use this transformer, which is 240 volts to 12 volt. I think the transformer is still okay, so I'll keep that. I'll use it for something minor, you know. It's a funny voltage though. It's like 38 volts. So that is going to be screwed. I'm going to glue it first. Well, what I'll do is line the screws up, put a bit of glue behind it, and make sure that it's not in contact with this metal case. I really don't want that to be in contact with the metal case. It does really matter, there's nothing on there. It's going to be in contact with the metal case anyway because of the screws. But it don't matter that much, does it? So, got the glue gun. Let's find the screws. Which ones were they? Oh dear me. I think it's these ones. These little buggers. I think it's them. I might be wrong. We'll find out, shall we? It's not that one. It's not that one. Where's my screwdriver gone? Yes, those ones. Okay. So, I'll have to be fairly quick with this, because what's going to happen is as I this metal's going to cool the glue down really quickly. So keep that on there for a bit, and then I'm going to have to make sure I get my screws line up with the screw holes before the glue starts. That's it. It's done. That's it. It's there. That's there. Okay. All right. I think that's okay. Make sure that they can be. Oh, hang on. It's just popped off again. But at least it's got an insulator between it, and it's not hard on there. That'll do. That's good. That one's on there. That one's on there. Oh, blimey. It's fiddly. It is so fiddly. Put it on the overhead camera again. There you go. Another one on there. Right. Before I put it all back together, I need to test it. Hopefully it don't go bang. If it goes bang, well, never mind. Try again. It might be fun. Right, so I'm going to get a marker pen so don't mess up. Alright, that is the live. There. And that one's negative. There. Right. So it's negative. That's live. Live. Negative. Well, I'm going to put some hot melt glue. Just reach that. Oh, that's right. That's the wrong one then. That reaches nicely. That'll do. That reaches. Cool. Good tin them first. Oh, come on. You know when you're doing something else and you can't find all your tools. I can't find my decent wire cutters. These used to be my dad's, these did. Isn't very good. Oh, that's why. That's better. I'll do that time. Okay. Let's tin that with the solder. Remember, these are live, as in they are not live. They're not live at the moment, but they are 240 volt or 230 volt. They're plugged into the mains voltage. So make sure that goes all the way in to the installation. So on they are. So now they can actually make these things all self-contained like that. Obviously, it makes them a darn sight cheaper, doesn't it? Right, we've got a little bit of solder on here. That's got gill on top of it now. Clean it off before I turn it on. So that one's a neutral. So let's just wipe that excess solder. Let's put the solder wipe gone. Well, yeah, I'm not a sponge gone. Hold on, I'll take. Set it off. This is this solder's got, it's multi-cool solder, so it's got flux in it. Could go and get my Rosen's flux downside better than this stuff. What's on there? This one. Okay, that's okay on there. That one's got to go onto that one. On there. Oh, that's on there. Right, before I get carried away, I'm going to test it, and hopefully it don't go bang. That is what I'm hoping. Alright, so let's grab our wires here. Let's make sure they're a bit longer. Right into my test lead, which is here. It's not a difficult job, is it? I'm not going to worry about the earth. Actually, I will put the earth in this time. It's off. Well, my electrical screwdriver's gone. This is really annoying. That might do. Use that one. Pinch that one, and now I'm just going to pinch live. I tinned those wires so they grip a bit. Less likely to cut through the, because these are skinny wires and a big connector. And that one here. Got a tinker, got a tinker. Right. Hopefully when I turn it on it doesn't go bang. It might do. It might do. It shouldn't do though. All I've done really is connect the power to there and there. That's it. Let's double check that they are the right way around. Yes. They are. That's live and that's neutral. Oh, David, let's see what happens. That's when my computer goes off. Oh my giddy aunt, it's so bright. Oh my god, it's bright and all. Oh, so it works. It works. Alright, so on again. Blimey, that thing. Oh my giddy aunt, it's bright. That's a 40 watt LED. Okay, I'm going to put that together then, can't I? Oh my god, I can't see anything. Oh, okay. Well, I've got a few more of those that need doing. I've got another one of those LEDs. I got these from where was it again? No, Temu, and they were really cheap. They're like €1.50 each or something stupid for these. Let's make sure. Yeah, for these LEDs, and these are 165 volt. Was it 265? 175 volt to 265 volt. So they've got quite a range, haven't they? In voltage they'll run on. So let's do the safe thing and remove these now. We tested it, it works. Let's use the old heat gun and solve those yeah, bit of something around there so they don't move. He says it's a really substantial case, you know. It's a decent light. Except that the LED that was in there didn't last very long. The other one, I've got another one like this as well, which didn't last very long either. Just gonna get a wipe. Just wipe that clean because it's got a bit of that white goo on the actual. There you go. Oh, that was blinking bright, wasn't it? It really was. Da, 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 da. Hello, Chrome Dome. You're sitting in a doctor's office watching us. Blimey. Does the lamp only have one bulb? It's effectively, it's one LED, but I don't know if you actually see. Let's put it on the overhead camera again. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 11 by 12. So that's about 11 by 12, 12 by 12. Blimey. So it's quite a few in there, isn't it? So what kind of, what's it, 144 less 11? Or was it less 12? Can't remember now. Anyway. Oh, let's grab the old glue gun again, which is dribbling all over the place. Yeah, dear me. It's off. It turns itself off, so, you know, I'll turn it back on again. It only takes about 15 seconds. If you can hear a weird noise in the background, that's my dog, because he wants a treat. And I've got no treats in there, Sebastian. Right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to, once that light goes like that, it's got to be green light, isn't it? 15 seconds it takes to heat up, which is really good, really handy, very useful. So I'll push it into that hole there, so there's no movement, no friction. Yeah, these are Lidl's glue sticks I'm using. Cheap as chips, but they work. Let's make sure it's got some glue on it, so I don't want it. Oh, making a mess I am. It'll cool down. Cool down quite quickly on the metal. I see that's on there. That one's actually okay. Put on there. Now I've got this one bent a bit, but it doesn't matter. That'll bend back again on it, you know. No one's got to see that anyway, are you? So that should just go over the top of that, and you shouldn't be any the wiser. Shouldn't be any the wiser. And I've now got a another transformer, which is a rather strange size. Oh, now something I've got to be very careful of. Oh yeah, let's just put that back on there, turn it on, and go bang, because that's exposed. It's got to touch that, isn't it? And there, and I'm going to go bang. So, glue gun, I suppose. What I'll do is I'll try and create some clearance with that as well. And I'm going to put a little bit of heat shrink, lay a little bit of heat shrink over the top, just in case the lamp gets hot and then effectively squeezes into the void. It makes a connection with the cover. And I don't want that to happen to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of heat shrink. I'm not going to use the heat shrink as a heat shrink. I'm just going to cut it in half. My dog. I haven't got any treats, Sebastian. Not in here. So I'll just cut that in there, cut it in there, and I'm going to, glue that on the top of there. I won't get hot enough to shrink it. Right, and I'll have to bend the actual cover, that reflector, so it doesn't actually interfere. Like so. And I'll put a bit more glue down there. Make sure it doesn't fall off. There we go. It's the same with the other one I've got here. I should have done it at the time of actually putting the glue on, but then I didn't think about it until a bit later. Don't always think of things at the same time, do you? So this is a bit of a test string. I'm going to wriggle this up so I can do it on a short. Sebastian, just there he is. You're a lovely boy, but I am trying to fix this light. And I do. Right, now I've got to do something with this. So it doesn't actually touch. Oh, actually, it doesn't actually touch it or not. Does it get that close? Does it get that close? Well, definitely want that. Right. Oh, got that there as well, and that there. I don't want any of that touching. Got those resistors on there as well. So I'm going to put another bit on top. Bit of a bodge. No, a bigger one. Dogs are very impatient. Yeah, Sebastian, you're very impatient. What does he want, mate? Actually, I know what you want. You want treats. So I'm going to lay that on there like that. Make sure that... Ow, it's hot. Hot. Right, on there like that. It's got that right big there now, doesn't it? Just make sure that... Yeah, look at that. Oh, splodge going on there. At least it can't touch that resistor now. It's good. Can I get that in there? Right. It says this gasket here is actually just silicone. I could cut it off and then redo the silicone, but I don't want to. It's not actually going outside anyway, it's actually inside. We could just do a straightening there, but that's on there. That's on there. That's on there. That's on there. And then there's 4 little screws that hold this into place. A horrible reflector. This, I'm not too keen on the silicone idea with the gasket. I think that's a bit ridiculous. Alright, let's take that out of there. See if we can straighten that a little bit. Got a little anvil over there. I could tap at the anvil with a little hammer. Little pain hammer. Ball pain hammer would probably do it. It's all thin and flimsy. And see what you could do, you could cut a little bit of wood with a hole slightly larger. Tap, 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 so it's actually away from it. That's right, that's good. That's going so well. Look at that stupid gasket. At least that's away from it. That's... Well, I can't touch anything anyway, because I've prevented that from happening, haven't I? By putting all that other gunk on it. So these are screwed on for some reason. Nope, they aren't the right screws. Don't know what screw that's from then. Oh, I know. Is that one there? Fiddly. Backwards at 4. There you go. That's going on. The ideal thing would have been to cut that silicone off, wouldn't it? Oh. Get in there. This is going to be inside in the one of the barns. As long as it works, that's all that really matters. I've got a few of these lights, and they're all gone a bit dodgy. The last 5 minutes, last about a year they did, and then they're bugged. So hopefully, the lamp I put in is going to last a bit longer. Hopefully, it might not. We'll see. See that go on there. Oh, I do have a screw left. That go on there. Oh, and then you go. Right. That's there. Let's make sure that is reasonably neat. Let's put that back in. That shouldn't be touching anything, obviously. I'll test again in a minute. I'll put the mask back on. That's my wipe. I had a wipe. What did I put in the bin? Nope, not that one. I had a wipe. It wiped no more. Where'd it go? There it is. Right, that go on here. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. This is the reason why those lamps bug up pretty quickly. You get hot. There's no ventilation in it, is there? Right, what is it? Where's the other screws? Let's just cheat. tighten them all until you get them all in. That didn't take long, did it? No, it didn't take long at all. Plug it in again, double check that the case isn't live. That'd be really annoying if it was. Very, very annoying and dangerous. We don't want it dangerous, do we? Right, so that one's got to go into that connector. Getting a bit of a mess right now again, isn't there? This connector's too big for this radio. You know, I should then. I need like a Wago connector for this job. Wire one in. I've got some Wagos. They're like a little clip. Oh, I'll show you actually. I've got some over here. Yeah, I'll get some Wagos. I've got. Really, I put too big a connector on there. The strip connector put on there is way too big. It should be a 10 amp really. And then didn't go under the screw. Just trying to connect into there. Too big. I need to put a different strip connector on there, really, or replace it away it goes. I don't think I got it. Just about. Okay. Let's have a look. And a box of chocolates. Let's see if it still works, or have I pinched it all down? Ooh, oh, a second. Well, okay, mate. Yeah, that works. Very, very, very bright indeed. Okay, take that out of there. Yeah. Okay, so that's quite a simple little job, wasn't it? I had to kind of like mess about with it a bit. I could have probably done a better job than that, to be honest. Now to do the next one, I know what I'm up against. So I can be a little bit more careful. That tin plate reflector is obviously very, very thin. It's aluminium in it and bends like Billy-O. There's pretty much nothing in here now. Whereas before it had that mount, you know, the this you know, those two ends, live and neutral in. Should we double check, make sure it works? Let's do that. Alright. This is the transformer that was in it to drive the LED, the broken LED that was in it, which is here. That was the broken one. Okay, and that's purely a 35 volt LED. I'm not quite certain what one it is, but anyway, it's just an LED. Whereas the one I put in there has its own little got a little transformer. It always got resistors on there, bring the voltage down. So that's what it looks like to me. Move that on there, remove that on there. Ooh, live and neutral. Don't tell you which way round it is. It does on there. Okay, that's the live. Alright, that's off. So let's wire that into there. So it's things like these that make a light like that more expensive than it needs to be. Now they've actually done away with it, it's clearly going to be a lot cheaper, isn't it? It's a lot cheaper to produce. Right. So we're just going to test this, and we'll put the overhead camera on again. I got my meter over there. I'll grab a meter. Let's put the here you go. So that's the little that cover's popped off there. Right. We have a positive and a negative, which cross over inside for some reason. And we have my meter here. It's just plug that there, like so. La da 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 da. Right. And then there. So we can get. Well, my crocodile clip's got hold of it. I'll just hold it on. Right, is it going to be AC or is it DC? DC. It's got a DC volt. It will be LED in it. So turn this on. Didn't go bang. That's a good sign. About 45 volts. So the voltage coming out of it is higher than what it says. So there's a possibility this actually cooked it. If that's bringing out, additional 8 volts over a period of time, that might damage the LEDs. That might be why they didn't last very long. I need to tidy up, really, don't I? I really do. Just turn it off before I get carried away and forget. And then zap myself. I have been zapped a few times, I have to admit. I've had a few shocks over the years working for Lacey Electrical in Norwich in the UK. So that worked. That's 45 volts. Okay, let's just glue that end back on. Using the old glue gun again. Don't lose it. So that's it's come away. So if I glue that back on there again, and I'll write on it that it's 45 volts, not 37. Okay, let's glue that back on. La-da-dee-dum-da-dum. Right. Don't need you. You know me. That's on. Let's go. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but at least I know it's a 45 volt. What on earth I could use a 45 volt transformer for? I don't know. I don't. I won't be surprised that's what's that cooked the LED, which no longer works. Right, there you go. Done. Done, 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 done. So we now have a working floodlight. Now these little LEDs, they came from Temu. Like I said, they were really cheap. Really, really cheap. I'll find it though. Not that one. Where it is? I only bought a couple of them. I'll buy some more now. I know they work. So it came from Temu. It's a 40 watt, 175 volt to 265 volt. LED lighting widely application. It says there, widely. Obviously from China. Lost in translation. So I'll find a better way of mounting that. Now I know. And I'll make a little, quite what you call it, like a little buck, which is like a piece of wood, effectively, so I can tamp that round it so it's neater. So instead of me just pushing it with my fingers. So at least it works. Okay, I can put it back now. Anyway. So it's time for me to go. So I say toodaloo, night. And yeah, thanks for joining us. And I'll do some more lives. And yeah, there's a bit of an experiment. But this one was to see. I forgot to set up, and I'll watch it later. Make sure the audio's okay. Hope it is. Got the gold mic there. Should be okay. My levels look okay. So we'll see. But I do need to have a bit of a tidy up. That I do. It's a bit of a mess in there, isn't it? Got stuff every blinking way. Crikey. What am I like? If you wonder what's behind me, they're lasers that are behind me. I've got a CNC machine over there and various other bits and pieces and other kit. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 lasers in there. How many lasers does one man need? There you go. Right, that's that. So I need to put this back on here. Back. Right, my little mount from my meter, so I can be a bit tidy with all the cables. You see, when you got untidy cables, you end up breaking them or doing something stupid. There you go. Go on there like that, and that goes in. They go in there. Yeah, so that's good. My glasses, we'll be putting them back on again. So back in my solder drawer. Screwdriver, cable, my test cable. It goes there. I sold them. Mount. Oh, turn soldering iron on. That's a good idea, isn't it? It's a balanced soldering iron. It's a Chinese one. I had it years. It's still goes, still works. So it can't be that bad, can it? It's been very, very useful. Another little project I want to do. There's these little LED lights for outside, but they're a bit shitty, really. But they don't work now anyway. Because I felt that the battery's knackered for a start. It's got a little AA battery in it, so I could increase the size of the AA battery, but the LEDs themselves are dud. But these ones are only like 1 volt. They're not very powerful ones. Sort of 1 to 1.5 volt LEDs. I do have a load of LEDs in a box over there. But they're 3 volt, so I'm not going to get enough voltage out of it. You've got 2 little solar panels on there, obviously charging on the charge circuit, on-off button there, which comes to the back of the unit there. But it's a bit shit. I don't know if I bother with them. Are they worth it? I don't think so. They don't give you enough light anyway. None of that stuff does it? Put that back in there. Put it back in this little drawer over there, and then I've got another box here somewhere. Oh, it is. Does that go in there? Got that one there. You put some more in there. I've got a load of water strip connectors on. Right, not there, not there. Oh, crikey. I've got rubbish everywhere. Oh! Come here, Jumbo. That's only a doormat, so I can take it off if I want. Oh, so another bit of paper. Yeah, I'll take that off if I want to, if I'm doing anything that's going to damage it. But it's quite handy. So what happens is, obviously, too much light. You might notice there's times when things are light reflecting on something that's white, it blows out. The camera can't cope with it. So anyway, time to go. Laser the lamp. Good thing. I don't know why I'd want to do that though. Maybe. Laser the lamp. Oh, we need sharks reflecting lasers on them. That's what we need. Yeah. That one on there, that one on there. I think that's everything. So anyway, thanks for joining us. Hello, Cal. And take care. Toodaloo. Catch us next time.